Okay, so today we're going to talk about two words in Spanish that mean the same thing in English. So, two words we're going to look at saber and conocer. And in English, both of these mean to know. Okay, so, but in Spanish, it tells us there's some specific instances in which you use each one. Okay, so let's look at the verb saber first. Okay, definitions of saber is the first one is to know a fact or information. Okay, like for example, you know what 2 plus 2 is. You know who the president is. You know what the capital of Texas is. And the second one is to know how to do something. So you know how to swim, you know how to ride a bike, you know how to fish, etc. So there are some conjugations of saber, okay? Everything is regular, okay, meaning it follows the rules except for yo. And for yo, we say yo sé, to say I know. Okay, and then we have saben. So this is I know, you know, okay, he or she knows, we know, y'all know, okay, they know, or y'all know. All right, so some examples for saber. Okay, sabes si hay clase? Do you know if there's class? So this is a fact or info. Okay, sabes quién es el director? Okay, this is fact or info. Okay, do you know who somebody is? Do you know this fact? Do you know this information? Okay, the last one says, yo sé hablar español. I know how to speak Spanish. Okay, this is know how. Okay, so in these two instances, you guys are going to use saber. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and pause this, and I want you to translate these sentences, number 1 through 3. Okay, number 1 is we know that Managua is the capital of Nicaragua. Okay, we know a fact or we know information. Okay, number 2, ellos saben pronunciar la letra L en español. They know how to pronounce the letter A in Spanish. Okay, number 3, mi madre sabe los nombres de todos los países hispanohablantes. So, my mom knows the names of all the Spanish-speaking countries. Okay, so again, you're using saber to say to know how to do something or you know information. All right, so let's look at conocer. Okay, so conocer also means to know, but here are some different ways to know which one to use. Okay, to personally be familiar with someone. To be personally familiar with a person, okay, to know someone personally. So Like, I might know who the president is. I know that information, but I don't know him personally. So I would use saber. You know, if I said, I know Mr. Winton, like, I know Mr. Winton personally. Like, it's not just fact or information. Okay, the second one is to meet. Okay, or get to know someone for the first time. And the last place is to be familiar. To be familiar with a place, a thing, or an idea. Okay, so you actually know. Like, I might know that Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States, but I'm not familiar with it. Like, I don't really know it. I've never been there. Okay, but I know that Lubbock is where Texas Tech men's basketball plays, but I know Lubbock. Like, I'm familiar with it. So, looking at some conjugations of conocer, again, it's all regular except for the yo, which is conozco. Okay, then we have conoces, conoce, conocemos, conocéis, y conocen. Okay, again, the problem with these two is they both mean the same thing. I know, you know, he or she knows. Okay, we know, y'all know, which that's only in Spain. They know, or y'all know. Okay, so you have to use these rules up here to know when to use each one. So for saber, which means to know, use it to talk about facts or information or how to. You know how to do something. Up here, you're talking about you know something personally. You're familiar with it. Okay, or to meet somebody. So the first one says, mis padres conocen a ese chico. My parents are familiar with that boy. They know that boy. Okay, they've met him before. Okay, conoces Taco Bell? Like, are you familiar with Taco Bell? Have you been there before? Okay, conoces al presidente? Okay, are you personally familiar with the president? Do you know them personally? Okay, yo conozco a Margarita. I am personally familiar with Margarita. Like, I know her, we're friends, all that. All right, go ahead and pause and translate the bottom 3 sentences. Okay, number 1, ustedes conocen Managua? Okay. Are you guys familiar with Managua? Okay. Have you been there before? Do you know it? Okay, number 2, yo conozco a muchos actores famosos porque soy de Hollywood. Okay, I know many actors because I am from Hollywood. Okay, meaning I actually know these people. Like, it's not that I know who they are, I know them. I've met them. Okay, number 3, los inmigrantes conocen la discriminación. Okay, says immigrants are familiar with discrimination. Okay, so those are the notes over conocer, okay, and saber. They both mean to know, but you got to know when to use them. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions.